There you go. Look at that. So, here are all the mise en place you need to make your strawberry shortcake. So first, you're going to mix your strawberries and your sugar to make the strawberry jam, or you can just buy it. And then you're also going to need vegan buttermilk, which is basically just vinegar, and your plant-based milk of choice, your flax egg, your baking powder, pure cane sugar, cake flour, the secret ingredient, their clear vanilla, and then a plant-based butter. So let's start with our... So into your stand mixer, you're gonna add in your butter and your sugar, and you're gonna cream it together. Alright, so after about 3 to 5 minutes, you'll have something like this, and we're just going to scrape the bowl down because you want to make sure everything is in there. And then we're going to add in our flax. And then you just want this to be on low. Add in your flax. And you just want that to combine until it's like nice and combined, and just mix. And then you whip on high for 30 seconds to emulsify it. Alright, then we're gonna stop it and scrape down the sides. Obviously, in every video making anything milk bar style, you have to scrape down the sides. Her recipes do require you scraping down the sides a lot, but you also want to make sure everything's well incorporated. So you can see it's nice and jiggly. That is from the flax egg. Alright, and then we're going to add in a little bit of the flour. That says 1/3 at a time. So, and you're gonna mix it on low. So I'm gonna add in a little bit now. And this is cake flour. And we're gonna mix it on low. We're at a nice speed to make sure it's incorporating. And you're just going to continue to do this. You're going to add in your flour, then you'll add in a little bit of creamer or heavy cream, and this is literally just, full recipe will be in the description bar, so definitely make sure to check that out. But yeah, full recipe will always be in the description bar. And then once that flour is incorporated, you're going to add in more and continue that, and then I'll be back to put everything in the pan. At the end, so I'm going to add in the last of the flour, and you just want to kind of plop it in there. Then you're going to add in the last of your heavy cream. And then you're also gonna add in your clear vanilla. This is key to making anything that Milk Bar uses or makes, because they use clear vanilla in everything. So we're gonna add in 2 teaspoons of this. And you're just gonna mix it for a couple of minutes, a little high. About 45 seconds. And then we're just gonna scrape down that side. And as I kept stating, scraping is super important when making cake, especially this one. So we're gonna let it go for about 10 more seconds, and then we're gonna put them in our already greased and floured pan. You can use parchment paper to line your pan, but I just used some butter and flour. And we are ready to put these in a pan. And there you go. Look at that. Alright, let's go get our pan. So we're just going to portion out the rest of the cake batter. If you're like me and you're OCD, you can weigh it out. So I weighed mine out. It's about 300 and something grams per pan. And now I'm just rationing out the rest of this with a nice scoop of each, you know?
I don't get these.
And we're just gonna ration these out. He's talking about spiders. So yeah, and then we're gonna bake these in a 350-degree oven for 15 to 30 minutes. Pretty sure she said 30 minutes, but again, the full recipe will have all the descriptions, all the details and etc. down below. All right, so there we go. And then cook down your jam or preservative to make your strawberry jam. This is just strawberries and sugar with some lime juice, and you're gonna cook it down until it's jammy, jammy, jammy and cool. Your jam should look something like this. Once it's reduced down, it's nice and thick, and once it cools, it gets even thicker. So we're just gonna put this in the freezer to cool it down quickly so we can assemble our cake. Drip, drip, drip. We're gonna make the frosting, and these are the mise en place for that. So we have our diet cream cheese, we have coconut yogurt instead of cream fresh, we have our powdered sugar, a little bit of citric acid and salt, our vegan butter, clear vanilla extract, and pure vanilla extract. So into your stand mixer, we're gonna add the butter first. Just to place the butter in there with the powdered sugar. So you add your butter. Thank you. And your powdered sugar. And you're just gonna cream this until it's nice and combined, she says. So let's do that. Butter and the powdered sugar come together, it'll look something like this. And then we're gonna add in the cream cheese. Yeah, so it says add in cream cheese. I was supposed to do it in portions. Oh well. So we're gonna add in the cream cheese. But you're supposed to add in half of the powdered sugar and the butter, and then half of the rest of the powdered sugar and the cream cheese. But you know, it's all going in the same place. So the citric acid, the salt, and then we're gonna add in my coconut yogurt because I don't have yogurt powder. And then we're also gonna add in the vanilla extracts. And we're gonna cream this until it's well combined. And you wanna make sure all the lumps and clumps are out of this, so you just wanna cream until it's nice and smooth. Done. He might have a little clumps in it, but I'm gonna whisk it a little bit. You're gonna place it in the fridge and let it. Then to make our strawberry milk, we added in milk, strawberries, and some agave. Strawberry milk, guys. And it tastes so good. And we're just gonna strain this as well. When cakes are done, put them in the freezer to chill so you can ice. Now we're gonna make our shortcake crumble, and for that you'll need your cake flour, some salt, baking powder, some cane sugar, vegan butter, and pure vanilla extract. And this is what you're gonna need. In your bowl, you're gonna combine the cake flour, the sugar, the baking powder and salt, and we're gonna toss with your hands. I'm not tossing this with my hands. Add melted butter and vanilla. I'll toss it with my hands, I guess. I mean, that's kind of weird. Okay, it's just, you know, whatever. Toss it with your hands, even though we have a stand mixer. And then you're gonna add in melted butter. And then I'm gonna add melted butter, so I have to melt the butter down first. I'm just gonna add in the butter slowly and turn the stand mixer on low. Okay, making sure. Hold on. Nobody want a bowl flying off. Give me. Make sure it's in place first before your bowl flies off. Alright. Then you're gonna slowly add in the butter. She says to toss it, but I don't know. Then we're gonna add in one teaspoon of vanilla extract. And pure vanilla, not the stuff that she usually uses. And then we're just gonna let this combine. And it's gonna become like this nice crumble. So, just gonna put it on a little. And you see it's becoming a crumble. Yummy. And there we go. We got our crumble, and it says to clusters, 1/2 inch dimensions. So these are nice clusters. The crumble will keep an airtight container. So okay, so you have to bake it for 30 minutes. It will become a sandy at that point. It'll smell like buttery heaven in your kitchen. So I can't wait for my kitchen to smell like buttery heaven. And let's put these on the baking sheet and bake them. 250 degrees for 30 minutes. Last but not least, we're going to be assembling our cake. So we have our cake soak, we have our icing, we have our jam, our crumble, and then we have our cakes. And we're going to put everything together in our form on a cake spinny thing. With everything that I have here will be listed down in the description bar. So let's get first. We're gonna start with our cake soak. And this is just the strawberry milk with milk, and you're just gonna spread this. And like she says, you want it to be generous. Make sure to soak your cake with it. Now with this, you're supposed to add in a little bit of regular plant-based milk. So yeah, just soak that thing. You want to spread it all over your cake. Alright, and yeah, you want to make sure it's moist. Nobody want no dry cake. I know I don't. So, you know, put a nice amount of your soaking on your cake. The next, let's see, we're gonna add our jam. It says to use the back of the spoon to spread half of the strawberry jam in an even layer over the cake. So we're gonna use that. Look at that jam. You see that jam? Oh, it looks so good. So just gonna put a nice amount of jam. Just spread it evenly, you know. This jam is thick. Some thick jam, man. Add a little bit more. Look at that. It's so thick. Alright. Get that nice and spreaded. Now a little bit more. And then we're gonna do the cream cheese frosting. No. So we're gonna add in the cream cheese. Where's the crumble? Yeah, so crumble is next. I'm gonna sprinkle evenly, even layer, she says on top. So we're just gonna sprinkle a nice even layer on top. I'm saving the bigger pieces for the top of the cake. So just gonna give it a nice sprinkle. I'm gonna break some pieces up, then I'll give it a nice, you know, texture. Drag it out to the edges. Yeah. And making sure to get all that in there. Alright, and then we're gonna add the cream cheese right on top of that. Yeah, so it says sprinkle that, and then using the back of the spoon, spread 1/3 of the sweet cream, which is this stuff. Alright, I'm gonna use the back of my spoon to try to spread this out. This is not easy at all, but we're gonna make it work. And kind of just turn it and spread. Turn and spread. And add a little bit more here. Right there. I'm gonna turn and spread. There we go. Perfect. And kind of make sure we're getting that edge, because that's the signature look. Alright. Okay, there we go. So we got that layer done. Making sure the edges are nice, you know, because you can't mess up those edges, you know what I'm saying. Alright, so boom, we got that down. And then gently add the next layer. So we're just gonna take this and with my finger gonna gently push down, making sure it's even and keeping everything in place. And boom, there we go. Yeah, making sure it's not getting corroded or destroyed. Alright, and then we're gonna repeat this over and over, and I'll show you guys what it looks like when I'm at the layer. So we're just gonna continue in the order. We're gonna put the silk on. I'm pretty sure she puts more jam mesh here in the middle, so pretty, and also transfer, sheet pan freeze. Okay. Okay, yeah. So the last layer only gets frosting. So I'm gonna put some of the soak on there. And then we're just gonna put frosting on this one. So the icing. That's all she wrote. Let me grab new ones. I'm gonna angle it a little bit. I'm using my rubber spatula to get all the icing out of this. And then we're just gonna smooth this out, and I'm gonna see if I could use, because of the height, the offset spatula. Yes, perfect. And I'm just gonna get in there with the offset. And there isn't a ton of icing left, so I'm just spreading it out evenly. And then she also decorates it with dry strawberries in the crumble, so that's what I'm gonna do. I think it's freeze-dried strawberries, but oh yeah, that's it. The texture obviously looks a little weird, but once it's set, it'll look a little bit better. It happened yesterday. I looked at the cake and I was like, eh. But it's because it's vegan and the butter and the oil and stuff separates from itself when it's at room temp. So don't get worried, don't get discouraged, just keep going. The cake will work, trust me. I'm just gonna evenly distribute it. Alright, and there we go. And then we're gonna put, at this point you can do dollops. I'm just gonna decorate it the same way she did. And making sure I get all the icing. And we're just gonna add some freeze-dried strawberries and the rest of the crumble, and that is all she wrote, guys. I will show you guys what it looks like tomorrow. Now it's time to unwrap our strawberry shortcake. Look at how beautiful this is. Alright, so now it's time to undo the thing on this one. And we're just gonna take a pair of scissors and cut the plastic part off. That. Look at that, man. Delicious. There we go. We have our Milk Bar style veganized strawberry shortcake. Very cool. Look at that. Thank you. Look at the layers. Oh my god.